Hi guys, in this video I'll talk about randomness and creating 3D points around a region to create random boxes like this. It's good for architectural forms when you're doing some quick massing diagrams. So I'm going to start this script from scratch again. I'll delete everything. So you want to start with box, rectangle, box, center box, start with the base as the base is XY by default. Let's do a 50 units for all three of them. Okay, so this is good, but currently the box is sitting halfway through the origin plane, the Z plane. So I'm gonna move this up by 50. See what happens. Now I'll do an amplitude because you need a direction. I'll do a Z direction and 50. Okay, so now I got a box already. Let's do a quick populate 3D. So populate 3D is you need four inputs here. You need a region. Region means is the volume of where you want to put your points into. So in this case, it's the box here. I put into the region. Currently, there's 100 points inside this region. I'll leave it like this. Seed is currently is 1. Think of seed like an iteration. So currently, this is iteration 1. It populates in this fashion. You can change how the way it populates again by changing the seed. So this is to incorporate any existing points, which we don't really have any. So the next one here is to do the boxes again. So within this populate 3D, I'm going to create boxes around each point. So I'm going to create boxes here, but I'll minimize it. So as you can already tell, the boxes are placed within each point. So let's say we want to create some randomness in terms of the size of the box to create more variation. What we can introduce here is a random component. So a random component generates a set of random numbers. That's basically it. So currently it generates 0.77. If you give it a range of 0 to 1, it gives you a random number in between those. Okay? So let's say this box, we want to create a range that fits a box. So let's do a range now. Construct domain. Okay, construct domain is to create a range of values. Let's say the minimum size of the box is 20 units, and probably the largest one is 60. That's my start and that's my end. So I can fit into the range. So currently it gives me 50. In between 20 to 60, it gives me 50 as the chosen random number. You can currently the number is 1. There's only one number here. I need actually 100 random numbers because there's 100 box. So I'll put in 100. I'll fit into this count and I'll fit into this number as well, so they are both consistent. So right now there's 100 random numbers in between 20 to 60. So I'll fit it into the X size. So you can see now how the X has elongated, but it has different values. So they are all different length. So I can take this for the X and make it again for the Y length. And then I'll do another one for the Z length, which is really big now. So I need to reduce this down. Something that is smaller. That looks about right there. Great. So now you can do a volume and see how it looks like. Okay, so you can already tell that there are a bunch of boxes here but with different volumes. We can sort of organize these boxes in terms of the volume, giving it a color code, so we can tell which is the smallest and which is the largest box. So to do that, we need to sort it first. Sort list. So the list of sortable keys, which is the volume, we want to sort it based on the volume. And the values A is what is the original list here that you want to sort it on, which is the box here. Okay, I'll hide these two. And so this is the sorted keys, which starts from the smallest to the highest volume. From here, I'll do a gradient, a color gradient. So this color gradient, I'll put it to the parameter here, and I'll do a custom preview. Custom preview, and let's do a geometry. Sorry, material, and the geometry will be this one here. I'll hide this as well. So currently everything is red, but you have to specify the upper limit. So Grasshopper doesn't know at what point do you want to start changing the color, right? At what volume. So you have to give it an upper limit so that it will start changing the color gradient. So let's say sort list. It goes on to, I can actually create a bound. Let's do a quick bound to get the minimum to maximum. And you see the maximum is 57,000. So I'll just go 57,000 as the highest volume. And you can see how when everything is above this upper limit, it will become pink. Okay. So if you want to change the color, double click this button, right click this, and you can change it from blue. Green to red is fine as well. Let's try that. Okay. And there you go. It's pretty Christmas. Blue to red. Okay. And we can see the color now. So blue is representing the smaller boxes that's under 63,000, and the red is something that is above 63,000 as the upper limit. Okay. So now, let's say this is great, but there's a lot of small little boxes here that it wouldn't work architecturally. We can't really use this box because it's too small. So what we can do is that we can do a comparison. We can say if the volume is larger than. So let's take this key here, put in as the first number. So this key is the sorted list of volume from the smallest to the largest. If I compare it to something like the volume has to be at least let's say 5,000 cubic meters, and then if I put a panel here, it gives me a series of false, 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 true, true, true. So it's telling me that the first 22 item is less than 5,000. So I want to take off the first 22 items. So to do that, you can go call pattern. Call pattern means you're taking off something from the list based on a pattern. So if I have to put in a list of call, which is the volume, the value A, which is the boxes, and the call pattern will be based on what is larger than 5,000. I'll put it into here, and then I'll put in this into the geometry, and then I can hide this. So you see how the box got disappeared because I've already taken it out. So if I reduce this number, the box will start to appear because the box is more than 13,300. If I increase this, I can start trimming off the smaller boxes. So this is all about creating boxes using a random generator and sorting the boxes based on the volumes. You can also change up the iteration of the random generator by changing the seed number as well. So if I type in 0.5, let's say between 0 to 5, I can change the seed, so I can come up with different variation. It's still the same range of numbers and the same randomness, it's just giving you different options. So this is a quick way to change up the iteration to something that you may find pleasing. Okay, I'm just changing it up. Alright, thank you.